Hi, this is the analysis of Nathaniel here. Now this is a video about video games that came out in the year 2014, and it's games in my collection. So yeah, so there's and this year actually 2014 is one of the I could tell it's one of the weaker years for games overall in terms of consistency. And thank you guys for new subscribers coming in. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I see I got a huge uh, subscriber boost on the last 3 days. So thank you guys very much. Thank you. Continue. Like, share, subscribe watermark just right down here. Turn the phone landscape sideways and then you'll see it. But games of 2014. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this like in order or from worst to best, really. So February 2014, you had Castlevania Lords of the Shadow 2 and 360 game. Konami, same company that made Metal Gear Solid along with Kojima. But yeah, Castlevania 2. Now, I remember seeing the trailer for this game like around that year. It was very nice. It was very nice, the trailer, but the gameplay is nothing like the trailer. It's different. The game is different from the trailer. You're not like in the medieval times. You're in the like modern day times, and there's but it's basically like the older God of War is the third person action adventure. So lots of upgrades and different weapons you get and perks and lots to see. But it's not a bad game though overall. Not a bad game. But Castlevania Lords of the Shadow 2. And if you like vampires, it's here. So and then March 2014, you had which is probably my favorite game from that year, Infamous Second Son. And again, this is games in my collection that I have. Infamous Second Son. In my opinion, PlayStation, the PS4's first heavy hitter. PlayStation exclusive, so Delson Rowe, there's no more Cole McGrath from Infamous 2. But lots of upgrades. You get lots of upgrades, different power sets, and really fun. Like it's a really fun superhero game, and replayability is what is what really gets me into it, because you can play as good and bad, depending. One story it could be good, another story it could be bad. So I get to choose, and your powers are presented differently, like when you're good versus bad. So lots of upgrades and lots of power, and he got E3, like a ton of E3 awards from the previous year, like when it was shown in 2013, and I'm imagining I would have got multiple Game of the Year awards from that year. So this is March 2014. So around May 2014, you had Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, now underwhelming game, in my opinion. Not as expansive as I wanted it to be, or the content didn't. There's something like with this game that didn't click with me. I needed more. I needed more. I don't know, but again, one of the early PS4 games again, and for Xbox One as well. So, and this one had bonus content. But I do like the hacking. I do like the hacking and the third person view of the game, and you can hack street lights, cameras. You can even hack into guards' speaker system, so you can actually deaf them temporarily. It's really fun. It's really, the stealth, but it's stealth oriented, open world. It's like multi genres, and I believe there is racing in this, and there's the online. But this is May 2014, and underwhelming. Like I remember, you guys don't know if you guys follow the gaming industry. Around that time, they had a huge letdown in terms of graphics, because they showed it the year before. They showed it in E3 2013. They showed the game, but the graphics wasn't as good when it came out. So there's a huge downgrade in terms of graphics. That's Watch Dogs. So September 2014, we had Dragon Age Inquisition. I enjoyed this one. Again, one of the stronger ones. Now again, keep in mind, this is 2014 was the second year for PS. Really, the second year for a PS4. So, or really, the first year. Dragon Age again, multi co-op. There is co-op. There's always you're playing with 3 other characters like on the screen. You can switch between them. There's the rogue, the swordman, the brute. There's different play styles, and it's like RPG basically. EA game, man. One of EA's stronger games from last generation. One of EA's stronger games. Lots to explore. Difficult in certain areas. Although the mechanics, the movement mechanics and the physics, I don't like that much. But it's just fun encountering every enemy and the demons and these soul-like enemies, which is pretty cool. And tons of perks, tons of upgrades, and modules like different categories upgrades are depending on who you play as. A mage, there's mage, swordman, rogue, and I can't remember the other one, brute, and they all have their own upgrade styles. And there's dialogue as well. There's dialogue, so it's like a medieval king queen type setting, with some fantasy in there. So think of Lord of the Rings or some sort of a Game of the or a Witcher or something like that. Yeah, that's September 2014, and around that same time you had October you had Drive Club. I didn't play Drive Club, so you're gonna realize that if you guys follow my channel for a while now, like you'll realize that I have lots of PS exclusives or PlayStation exclusives. I didn't play this one. I remember played a very little of it, and it was. I remember the driving. It was kind of a difficult game. It was a difficult game, but I'm gonna probably re-download it again, and then I see how it plays. So a Drive Club, again, one of the early PS4 games, or PlayStation exclusive, and as well you had GTA 5 coming for PS4. And so originally it was PS3 360 for GTA 5, similar to what they did now, where they waited a year later to make Cyberpunk 2077 come out on PS5. So it's a similar thing with this. So it's like the PS4 version of GTA 5 came out and it sold a lot. And as you know, the original GTA 5, because of the world and the multi protagonist route, and just the name itself, the original GTA 5, fastest selling game, one of the largest, highest selling games ever, made billions and billions of dollars. So yeah, that's the GTA 5 for PS4. And it was best to buy it for PS3 because obviously around this time when PS4 first came out, there was the problem of, space, the memory space, because the games were big. They took up a lot of space, and it's 55 gigs compared to the PS3. If you buy the PS3 version, it only takes up 8 gigabytes, so it's barely taking up any space on the PS3. But yeah. So then you obviously have your NBA 2Ks every year, right? I played this one. This is really the first NBA 2K game that I got into. My team, right? This was the My Team. So you could build your own team. You have that. And as well, so at the end of the year, you had, and again, it's based on my collection of what I have here. I know there are way more games out there from 2014. You had Lego Batman. Lego Batman. If you guys like DC, you love this. Like I love DC. The Lego format, I'm not really into too much, but it's the same. Typical. It's your typical Lego game. Do challenges. There's stipulations to unlock characters, and it's endless amount of characters. Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. There's so many. Then there's the Lantern Corps. There's the different Lantern Corps, right? There's the Batman villains, Superman villains, Superman himself, Justice League, Flash villains, tons of different unlocks. And so to end of the year, like you had these two games, shout out Mordor. It was an E3 nomination for 2013 when it was shown. So shout out Mordor. kind of one of those repetitive games, super repetitive, drawn out, and yeah, doing the same thing over and over again. But fighting was pretty cool. Mechanics were pretty good, but I just needed more a variety and Advanced Warfare. And as well, you guys know every year there's a new Call of Duty this year, that year, this year, that year, every year. You know, I kind of got tired of it, but after this is where I lost interest in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yeah, it wasn't what it was before. It was losing its touch, really, you know. Actually, the campaign wasn't bad in this one at all. With obviously Troy Baker, right? He's one of the a top tier voice actor for video games, right? Troy Baker, which is him here. He plays Delson Rowe. He's in this one. So yeah, I did a pretty good job in this. As well, you have this guy right here being the main villain. You have, you know, there's tons of that's what it is. Advanced Warfare, futuristic soldiers, and you know, futuristic, you know, like these futuristic economies and AIs coming into play. But yeah, after this one, I don't know. The multiplayer was not. I did not really enjoy this one that much. And like I said before, Call of Duty was at its peak around 2008 to 2011. So those are the peak years of Call of Duty. Those a 4-year stretch. So anyways, games in 2014. So again, if I'm ranking it quickly, Infamous Second Son. GTA 5 doesn't really count because it's remastered. Or it's the first time. But really, these two games are the best by far in that year. Or really, these two games. Because we already had GTA 5 2013, so these two games are the best from that year. Based on what I have. And Dragon Age as well. Dragon Age. So yeah, games of 2014. I do this. I when I get more games, I'm gonna do one for 2015. And then 2016, so on, 17. And some years, actually, you might not see depending on how many games I have for that year. So anyways, that's it for the video. Continue, share, subscribe, like the video. Thank you.